A newly published study is showing extremely concerning findings surrounding how artificial intelligence is influencing our children, in particular teenagers. We want to make sure that you are aware this story discusses topics such as eating disorders, drug use, self-harm, and suicide, among other sensitive topics. As Isabel Garcia reports, local resources are available to help parents and caregivers navigate these topics with their kids.
And what we found was incredibly disturbing. The age controls and the safeguards against the generation of dangerous and potentially lethal advice are entirely ineffective.
Arman Ahmed is the CEO of the Center for Countering Digital Hate, a British-American watchdog group which studies and holds accountable social media and AI companies for the harms they create. Researchers were looking to test the thresholds of what are supposed to be safety regulations built into the system. However, the rate at which the artificial intelligence was encouraging dangerous behavior stood out the greatest.
Within 2 minutes, ChatGPT was advising our researchers on how to safely cut themselves. It was listing pills and dosages for a fatal overdose within 40 minutes. It generated a full suicide plan and goodbye letters after an hour.
Ahmed tells me researchers were not trying to trick the system, if you will. They were asking prompts like a teenager would, curious about how to hurt themselves or how to hide troubling tendencies from parents and teachers. He adds, in too many cases, it developed step-by-step advice, even using emotionally affirming language to encourage harm.
You know, it wasn't just the content, it was the tone, the trust it builds, the lack of firm boundaries. It even used sort of, young people emojis in its responses to make it seem as though it was coming from a trusted friend.
For parents and caregivers feeling caught in the middle of knowing these risks and wanting to help, enter Kristen Coco Guzman, the clinical director at the Child Care Council. She recommends first approaching with curiosity and also respect, as well as collaboration.
We want to protect, not punish. So we want to protect. Our jobs as parents are to keep our kids and our youth safe. We want to know how they're using this, why, and then we can think about what we're modeling. How are we modeling for our kids interacting with social media?
In a statement to News 8 about the fake friend report, OpenAI says in part, quote, "We consult with mental health experts to ensure we're prioritizing the right solutions and research. We hired a full-time clinical psychiatrist with a background in forensic psychiatry and AI to our safety research organization to help guide our work in this area," end quote. Reporting for News 8, I'm Isabel Garcia.